Question number 1. Where might future Martian homes be built for protection? Is it underground tunnels, mountain tops, or in domed homes? Natural underground shelters like lava tubes would provide protection from harmful radiation, extreme cold, and massive dust storms on Mars. Question number 2. How would you get food on Mars? Is it eat canned food from Earth, grow plants in greenhouses, or learn to hunt with Martians? We'll need to grow crops in Martian soil using greenhouses, recycled water, and artificial light. Question number 3. What would you face on Mars due to its surface? Is it rocky with canyons, volcanoes, and dried-up lakes, mostly ice-covered, or is it sandy with volcanoes? Mars has extreme cold, dust storms, and rocky, uneven terrain, making it tough to get around without special equipment and preparation. Question number 4. How would you breathe on Mars? Is it build oxygen factories, bring oxygen from Earth, or is it filter Martian air? Mars air is 95% carbon dioxide, while Earth's air is 21% oxygen. So machines would be needed to make air or extract oxygen from water. Air factories would be essential for living there long term. Question number 5. How else can you stay safe from radiation besides a spacesuit? Is it wear extra sunscreen, do more outside activity, or is it use Martian soil as a natural shield? Martian soil, or regolith, is dense enough to block space radiation and can be made into bricks, letting you build homes with local materials instead of bringing supplies from Earth. Question number 6. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, how much would you weigh on Mars? Is it 38 pounds, 52 pounds, or is it 158 pounds? Because of Mars' lower gravity, you could also jump 3 times higher than on Earth. Question number 7. How could jumping 3 times higher help you thrive on Mars? Is it breathe cleaner air, fly like Superman, or travel faster over obstacles? Mars' low gravity makes movement easier, helps with lifting objects, and reduces the risk of injury from falls. Question number 8. Why would cooking be difficult on Mars? Is it due to lower boiling temperatures, food freezes instantly, or fire can't burn? Since water boils at a low temperature on Mars, food won't cook properly. Using pressure cookers and dehydrated food can help you prep safe and tasty meals. Question number 9. Why would you need a heated suit to survive on Mars? Is it because Mars is hotter than Earth, extreme temperature drops daily, or is it Mars is always freezing cold? Mars' thin atmosphere can't trap heat, so temperatures swing wildly between day, 70 °F, and at night, a shocking -200 °F or more during winter. Question number 10. Which Mars landmark is not the largest in the solar system? Is it Gale Crater, Valles Marineris, or Olympus Mons? Olympus Mons is the tallest volcano in the solar system, 3 times taller than Everest and as wide as France. Valles Marineris, the largest canyon, is 10 times longer, 5 times deeper, and 20 times wider than Earth's Grand Canyon, two of Mars' most mind-blowing landmarks. Question number 11. How would you get around on Mars? Is it electric rover, fly-in aircraft, or gas car? Mars is freezing, and its thin air means regular cars and planes won't work. Special electric rovers, like NASA's Perseverance, are needed to handle the rough terrain and low gravity. Question number 12. How could we use terraforming to make Mars more Earth-like? Is it use mirrors and greenhouse gases, fill craters with water, or plant trees? Using giant space mirrors to reflect light and releasing greenhouse gases helps to warm up Mars and make it more livable over time. Question number 13. What would it be like to live on Mars with its two moons? Is it moons cause huge ocean tides, moon rises and sets several times a day, or brighter nights than Earth? Mars has two tiny moons, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos orbits so close that it rises and sets 3 times a day, while Deimos looks like a bright star in the sky. Question number 14. How could Mars moons, Phobos and Deimos, help life on Mars? Is it because they hold water ice for fuel and oxygen, can be turned into space hotels, or can protect with magnetic shield? These moons may contain water ice, which could be mined and converted into fuel for rockets, making space travel more sustainable. Question number 15. How could you access water for drinking, farming, and fuel? Is it extracting from the atmosphere, mine underground ice deposits, or is it collect rainwater? Mars has frozen water underground, which you could use for drinking, farming, and fuel. If you dig deep enough, you might even find signs of Martian life. Question number 16. How would your voice sound on Mars due to its thin atmosphere? Is it same as on Earth, echoey like in cave, or is it quieter and deeper? Mars thin air makes sound travel differently, so talking to someone nearby might feel like whispering. Question number 17. How does Mars' low gravity affect your body over time? Is it weakens muscles and bones, gives you super speed, or makes you stronger? To live on Mars, you'll need to exercise every day to stay strong, just like astronauts do on the International Space Station. Question number 18. Why is backup power essential for survival on Mars? Is it Mars has endless daylight, dust storms can block sunlight, or is it batteries can freeze up? Mars' giant dust storms can last for months, blocking sunlight and making solar power unreliable. Backup energy, like nuclear power, is essential for survival. Let's gear up for the second last question. Here we go. Question number 19. How long until your next birthday on Mars? Is it half an Earth year, 687 Earth days, or 1,000 Earth days? A Martian year is 687 Earth days, almost twice as long as a year on Earth. That means you'd celebrate your birthday half as often on Mars. Are you ready for the last question? Question number 20. What makes watching a sunset on Mars unique? Is it red sunset, horizon obstructed, or blue sunset? Mars' thin atmosphere and dust make sunsets look blue, creating a stunning, otherworldly view. During the day, the sky is red or pink, but at sunset, the dust scatters blue light, making the sun appear blue. Living on Mars would be an exciting adventure with blue sunsets, amazing landscapes, and the challenge of surviving in its tough conditions. So, would you go to Mars? Subscribe for more. And don't forget to also like this video.